Okay, we're hot on the video.
Oh shoot, we need that.
So yeah, we can have a blooper reel. Why not?
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
I know, yeah.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, people.
No time. You better get playing that thing.
That's funny. I just heard
Watch
myself
those
say
levels.
I'm shooting. See if he's gonna shoot, or I'll shoot. Just speed roll.
All of it.
I will. Not like that whole time.
I'm so proud of you, Edward.
He's
Thank
loving
you.
it.
This is just so awesome. All the way around.
You can't hear yourself?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
But I
Hey,
can hear
10
music.
seconds.
10 seconds.
No?
Nope.
Oh, man, we can hear. What's wrong there?
Do you want to switch?
Oh, we try it now, because this
Right
works.
now and see if you got it.
We're on. Go.
Okay.
Play.
Go ahead.
Hey, it's Wednesday night, everybody, and you know what time that is for. This is the Beat Goes On Global Internet Radio Show on KBCMradio.com. I'm Mark, and I'm here with Lisa.
Hello.
And we're going to quit saying this is a special show because they're all special shows, but this is a really special show because I had to do that segue, right? We have a band here that doesn't ever do acoustic performances, and they have graciously came in to do one for you tonight. So it is my distinct pleasure to once again say hello to Jasmine Burwell and the voice of Ides of May.
The boys of Ides of May.
And the boys, yeah. So you know what? Everybody say hello in sequence and.
Well, hey, I'm Jasmine.
I'm Julian. I'm Troy. I'm Derek.
And so, without that, we had a great time before the show.
Yes, we did.
So it's no wonder that we're already speechless because we heard the sound check and the levels are up now and
Yay.
everything's good. So we've introduced the band and now it's time for the hard questions, right?
Oh, I'm sweating already.
Oh yeah, it's hot in this little studio. But yeah, I know that's the deception. It's cold outside, but it's baking in here, and you guys are going to make it even hotter because you're going to play some music from your newest CD, right?
Yes.
Now, is this the newest, or new, or only, or?
It's all of the above. This is our EP. It's the first recorded.
It's our first recording.
It's our first recording, yes. Yeah, and so we're really stoked about it. It's an EP. And it's just called, you know, Ides of May EP. Self-titled is always a good way to go.
A good place to start.
It is.
So, you know, that's the first thing is I always go with this line of questioning because, you know, things mean different things to different people. And, you know, the connotation of the Ides of March is,
Yes.
you know, since I had 3 years of Latin in high school, and then I learned that big lesson about Julius Caesar,
That's
so
right.
everybody is, you know, the Ides of March.
Yes.
If you get past the Ides of March, you're going to have
Beware.
a good rest of the year, you know, but...
Well, I'm so glad that you know what the Ides of March are, because...
That's because I'm old.
Me too.
Well, I have told people the name of our band so many times, and I say, well, you know, the Ides of March. And they give me this blank look like they don't know. So if you don't know, it's when Caesar got stabbed by his best friend Brutus.
In the back.
In the back. And so we came up with the Ides of May. The person who came up with it originally was actually Julian, who is our guitarist. And anyway, the Ides, it's kind of cool. The Ides are the middle time of the month. Back in the Julian calendar, they had 3 different times a month. So there's the beginning, the middle, and the end. And the Ides are typically like the 16th, 15th, the same distance from the beginning as they are from the end. Mm-hmm. And so instead of Ides of March, it's May, and instead of May the month, we did May the girl's name. And so it's kind of like the middle of May, transitional time.
So is there really a May?
No, and so usually what I tell people is, you know, they say, oh, who's May?
I know,
and I say,
God, we work good
you,
Serious.
me, all of us are May. It's just kind of the in-between, the transitional time.
I love that idea. I
Yes.
think that's fantastic. My sister and I actually sat down today and had that very discussion. We did, because I found it totally fascinating that it was Ides of May, and I also wondered who was May.
I've had people call out at shows. Are you May?
Are you?
No,
That's right.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
you're the
Jasmine.
Yeah, so then it turns into what kind of tea do you like, right?
What kind of tea?
That's funny, Jasmine tea. Think about it.
Oh, yeah. I
Funny.
usually just say my rice, my tea, my movie.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
you're
cool.
right, that's right.
So you guys have been playing around a lot lately that I've been aware of, and I haven't had the opportunity to catch you guys, but you've been playing, you know.
Quite a bit. Actually, if you want to catch us, we're actually playing this Saturday at the Black Sheep. The doors are at 7. We're doing Toys for Tots. It's a charity show. We're going to be playing
Love
with
it.
No Stone Unturned, Source, and Arwen and the Mega Reset.
That's right. Oh, that's right. They changed
Arwen
the
and the
name.
Mega
Have you
Reset.
played there yet?
Yes!
Yeah.
Isn't the sound phenomenal?
Yeah, I
It's
love it.
so fun. Our album release show was actually at the Black Sheep, and the cover art on our album was actually taken at the Black Sheep.
I
That's
love the
actually a
feeling
picture of our sticker.
Of the Black Sheep. I love the feeling of the sound.
It's such a fun
It's
venue.
electrifying. It's fun. Just the sound itself.
Well, it is, you know, and that Black Sheep is one of the venues that are really located in a place where people will come out to see them.
Definitely.
You know, it's not too far
Central.
north, it's not too far south. It's
It's
know,
not
everyone's-
scary to go to.
Well, yeah, I don't know. There's no really bad place in this town.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's Colorado Springs.
I was raised in California. Come on.
How
That's
bad
true.
can it get in
That's
the
very true.
Springs?
I
Yeah.
love getting
It is
dead.
not.
Plus, there's coffee right next to it, so you know you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I know.
Coffee and a show.
Yeah, I actually met Mike Portnoy
Oh, wow.
when he did the Black Sheep show with that great band with Russell Allen.
Is that Winery Dogs?
No, it wasn't the Winery Dogs. It was the one before that where they did the couple of albums. What was their name? Anyway, the video. I took a video, snook a video, because they don't like me shooting around that place. I don't know why, but there's a video on the Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative YouTube channel, and it's their cover tune of Heart's Barracuda. He just ripped it. But the story is, I'm sitting out there on the curb in my car waiting for the show to get in, and Mike Portnoy, I recognize him by a picture. He's a really short guy, but I go, God, that's Mike Portnoy. And he was walking down to Burger King. He went and got Burger King and walked all the way back to the Black Sheep, and I said, hey, Mike, and he goes, hey. So we got a selfie, you know, and everything was great, and then I get in the show, and it's like, no, you can't take any pictures, but
You said, hey, Mike, and he said, hey, Mike.
I know.
Awesome.
But, you know, just a great guy. And I did shoot him at the Winery Dogs show at Soiled Dove in Denver. And boy,
That's what it was. Yeah,
that's
that's
some
a
good
venue. Yeah,
good
that's
photo
the
work
goal.
that I got to say I'm really proud of. But no videos.
Yeah,
But, you know, this thing, the toy drive, you guys your hearts are in the right place with that.
Perfect.
Yeah, bring a toy if you're coming. Bring a toy. It's a great charity. Help out some kids that aren't going to have, you know,
Oh,
a fun
yeah.
Christmas.
Well, and you
Well,
guys.
aren't going to have toys on Christmas.
Yeah, well, we
Christmas
know
toys.
No Stone Unturned also, you know,
Yeah.
Jennifer and Allison, and but they do a lot of charity stuff, and they're, you know, they're just great people. We want to get them on the show if they're listening.
Yeah.
You know, they
Call
played-
them out.
Call them out.
Yeah, no, they played the Overlook, and they did that sock drive
Oh, how cool.
last year. Well, it was earlier this year. It was probably in January, February.
Wasn't there a coat drive as well?
Probably at a different venue, but when I was booking the Overlook, we had them there for their sock drive. But, you know, we were going to do this kind of talk a little bit and play a little bit, so
We've been talking.
you know what? We've
So
been
now we-
talking. It's
now
time
we
to
gotta
hear
play a
some
little.
Ides of May, because
Fantastic.
this is your show, and we want to hear the great renditions that you're doing acoustically from the EP.
Yeah, well, this song is actually the opening track on our EP. As I pick it up and check, because apparently I don't know our track listing. It's called The Way It Goes.
But they make great Christmas gifts, right?
Oh, they make fantastic Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and Hanukkah gifts.
There you go.
Holiday gifts.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Without further ado, this is The Way It Goes.
amazing.
It was
man.
fantastic,
You
you
know,
guys.
for hearing this the first time, and my first thought is, wow, how's this sound electric? You know, really, I mean, this is beautiful. That Taylor guitar is just.
It's on loan.
Yeah, that's you know, I know a lot of people are picking up a lot of Taylor acoustics, and man, they are just really nice.
They're a hot
That's
sounding guitar.
810, right?
It's not my 810,
Well,
but
but
it's
it's
an
an
810.
810.
So, you know, I gotta say, I'm really, you guys did a great job, like say, in the last time before the show, doing a lot of promotion on Facebook and getting all friends invited and getting the word out. And, you know, it's just really cool because we've already got some comments on the event page.
Isn't that
You know?
exciting?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, that's the lure of this show. We want
Nice.
everyone to be going, hey,
Thank
this
you,
is great
every
stuff.
commenter.
Who are these guys? These guys are fabulous.
Yeah,
Who are
but
these
you know,
folks?
I want to take this time and say there was a comment that somebody might have been, I don't know if they're listening on their cell phone or what. We give a variety of options for real media players and stuff like that. So if anyone is listening is encountering any problems, and especially on their cell phone, switch the players. Yeah, we give, you know, I think we gave too many choices, but that's the kind of people we are. But
Might as well.
whatever gets people listening, you know, really.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and speaking of getting people listening, this is going to be, this EP is going to be in rotation on the station.
Right on.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, this is all about the local music. I mean, this is why we do it. Other stations do it. We give everybody a whole hour, and like I say, it's your show. So whatever you want to talk about is quite okay because it's got to come from the source. You know, I don't like doing third party. You know, hey, this is what I heard. Or, you know.
Right.
So in order to just not ask silly questions, it's like you guys do the talking. So it's a great role reversal, you know.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey everyone. My name is Julian. I play guitar for Ides of May. We were talking about our EP, so maybe we could talk about that a little bit and some of the boring musical stuff. I don't know.
After we just said how beautiful.
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
Yes,
It's just not everyone kind of geeks out about this sort of stuff. So,
We do.
anyway, so this album was a long time in the making, and we really had a privilege of just basically getting to do it when we did. This title track, when we were writing it and working on it and whatnot, our initial thought was like, we've heard so much of the same. We've heard so much of, oh yeah, this is what this radio station sounds like, and people make music that sounds like that, or this radio station plays this kind of a thing, and so a lot of our early conversations, because we played for almost a full year before we ever had our first show that we ever played. Yeah. A lot of it was experimenting, trying to find a sound that we thought was going to work, and what we wanted to capture was something that was high energy and rock based, but songs that everyone could relate to, lyrical content
songs
that
that
we
speak to people.
Yeah, there is songs that we thought people were going to relate to. Our number one goal is that any person who listens to Ides of May will get something out of it, or be motivated or inspired by it.
Right.
So it's not like we have a target audience. We hope that everyone will be able to appreciate that, and I think a lot of that goes into the lyrics that Jasmine writes.
Well, yeah. Speaking of the lyrics that Jasmine writes, our songwriting process is actually, I think, really cool. When we wanted to sort of set a vision for the band and the way that the band was going to be, we wanted to make sure that everyone was contributing and everybody had a musical contribution. And so, like me, if people ask me what instrument I play, I always say, well, I sing and I play the guitar poorly, which I do. It's like, I took beginner classes, played the flute in middle school, played the piano in elementary school, so I can sight read, really fun. But I mean, I sing, and Derek plays the bass, and Troy plays the drums, and Julian fills in all the melody things. But Julian really starts with the idea usually. He gets the concept, and then the band fills everything in musically. And Julian is also a lyricist, so I would say that our songs are either 100% lyrically written by me or about 50-50 written by Julian and by me. So like the song that you just heard is...
Well, that's like the 10th version of it.
Well, yeah, that's true. But lyrically it was a collaboration, you know, and then other songs, like one we're going to play later called Waves, that's, you know, lyrically mine and musically the band's, and it's just so fun to be able to collaborate that way and bounce ideas off of each other. You know, nobody really has, you know, this possessiveness over their part, you know.
Except for Troy.
No. You know, and, you know, someone will say, hey, why don't you do this with the bass? Or it'd be cool if you did this with the guitar. Or Julian will say, you know, that's a really good line right before it, but the next line, you know, is a little weak in this area. And so we always are giving each other feedback. It's very collaborative, and I think that's kind of what sets us apart from maybe some other people, is that we really try and work as a collaboration, you know, collaborative unit.
Well, that's what we like to ask too. I mean, you are just perfectly matching the segues that I wanted to hit on, you know, because that's...
Well, you mentioned it before
for all those
so that's not on my fault.
My secret, yeah. It's like we don't have a script on this show, but I always ask, how do you guys write songs? Because, you know, this is the thing. We want to do some mentoring. And, you know, as an adult, it doesn't matter how old you are or young you are, you can still be a mentor. And especially if you have an example of a product that really works well, that speaks volumes, first of all. And then to be able to be versatile and come into a small box room and pull off an acoustic performance that you've never done.
Well, talking about mentoring, if there's any songwriters out there that are listening, and this is advice I got from Julian. Julian happens to be my brother.
So
that was the next question. What's
yes,
why do we have
the same last name? Julian happens to be my brother, and I look up to him as a musician and as a lyricist. And some advice that he gave me and that I would pass on to any songwriter would be: you're gonna write bad songs, you're gonna write lame lyrics. It's okay. Just keep writing. Because, like with anything, you know, practice makes perfect, and you got to do the bad stuff. You got to make the mistakes. You got to
write a lot of bad songs.
A lot of bad songs before you get one good one.
Oh, yeah. and then when you get really big, like I used the example of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, when Anthony, he just, you know, he doesn't even feel like singing. He just goes, it's like, okay, what's the words here? But no, that's, you know, that's another thing too, is this Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative group page on Facebook has turned out to be just a science project gone wild. And what we're seeing a lot lately is people going, hey, I'm a guitar player, I want to be in a band, or we're looking for a songwriter because we can't write songs, or, you know. So we're turning into a complete, this is the vision of Cooperative Board, that
it's a collaborative.
The people here in Southern Colorado are so cool. You know, all the musicians work well together, they play well together. You guys are all stacked at, you know, Sunshine and Black Sheep, you know, 5 deep every time there's a show. You got to be kind of cool, you know. There can't be any throwing of equipment and stuff like that, or insults, because you don't have time. You got to get up, play your set, and get out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so this is, I'm sure that's your vision, that, you know, you want to make some really meaningful music and stand out, but everybody plays well together.
Yeah, and, you know, we have a philosophy as a band of the way that we treat other bands.
Oh, is that a segue?
Well, yeah, that's my segue.
Oh, that was sick.
Have
you ever done radio before, Jeff?
She's wonderful.
I did.
So the thing is the way we're trying to do something a little bit different in this band. And in the past, you've kind of heard of this. Did you move that?
Yeah. Try.
Oh yeah, I'll move it.
So in the past, you've kind of heard of this like band rivalry thing that happens all the time, and it's like this band hates this band, and blah blah blah, and you get all this drama. And something that we've been trying to do a little differently is we really want to make, kind of like what you're saying, we want to make Colorado Springs a great place for music. And so we've been, you know, kind of our philosophy is get out there, play the best we can and encourage other bands as well, not just about our band, and really try to help them and help them get their gear on the stage, help them get it off the stage, help them with whatever they need, especially like with promotion. I mean, we had our album release show was just an amazing, I guess, example of what that was. Every band that we were playing with, we knew them all very well. We've already played a few shows with them. And, you know, at the very end of the show even, we had everybody come up and kind of sing a last song with us.
Oh, that's great.
Really cool, really fun. And, you know, the takeaway from the show was that it was just an incredible show. It wasn't that, hey, this band was incredible and these other bands were terrible and we don't care about them. It was just, hey, this show was awesome. And I think, you know, the way to get a lot of people out to these shows is to give them a really good show. I mean, you go to watch, you know, you name it, big name band out there on the radio, and it's a show, it's an experience. It's not just the one band. They all work off each other. And the ones that don't work off of each other, it's not as fun and it's not as cool at all.
No, it's not.
So that's been our thing. We really want to make sure that we create a positive environment no matter wherever we are, no matter what we're doing. And you know, we kind of hope that we can encourage the Springs to do the same thing and not have this dueling band.
It's a wonderful ethic.
You know,
Sorry.
and that's one thing I realized is that, you know, we encourage all genres of music and musicians to come on the show, because this is, once again, the cooperative environment. But it's kind of evident in between the genres. The metal people, and I got in trouble one time for saying, oh, the metal people. Well, okay, you know, back when metal was invented, there was one metal. Okay, now there's all these stratifications. Oh, I'm this kind of metal, I'm that kind of metal. But, you know, the secret that you guys have worked, and I've seen this for the year I've been doing this now, is that it's that cooperation, because, you know, there's a lot of times that other genres book shows, and you know, it's really disappointing when there's like 10 people in the audience. Well, when you have 5 bands at a Sunshine show or a Black Sheep show, there's something for everybody. People come in and out, you know, they still hang out nonetheless too, but you get your bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You know, and we like that. So, you know, we mentioned the Black Sheep, and we got to shout out to Tony and Christina at Sunshine.
Yeah.
They are sponsors
Tony and
of the
Christina.
show. So, yeah, no, and that's it. Even between promoters, you know, there's more than enough music to go around.
Yes.
And that makes it exciting that, you know, if you want to go one place or another, you can do that and have just as much fun.
Oh yeah, and those, you know, both those venues are just awesome, awesome venues. I mean, Sunshine is a great venue. It's big, you know, I mean, there's a lot of space. I love the stage there, personally.
I do too.
Oh man, it's huge.
You
can jump around on it.
And I can go onto the backside and catch photos.
And that is what I do with other bands. We're all music files here.
Well, and that's the way it should be. I mean, why there is no, well, I'm only in it for the money here. There really is not anybody in this town that's really just all about the money.
Well, you're not going to make it very far. I think
No.
that when you make music, you have to love what you do. It has to be from your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's sort of another segue, I guess. You know, we're always trying to, you know, collaborate and write songs, and you know, progress our sound and stuff like that. And when we first started out, I had this idea. I'm like, we're gonna be like Queens of the Stone Age with a female vocalist, and thankfully we're so much better than
He's
that.
cool.
Now,
You know what? I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
But you know, I think when we first started, I couldn't have pictured us writing a song like this. But now, you know, it's like what we want to do, and it's, you know, really about the song and whatnot. This next tune is called Better, and so when I presented the idea to the band, I was like, all right guys, so this is like really depressing. It was like minor keyed and like just really bad, and like the lyrics were not good. It was just awful. And anyway, then, you know, that sort of that creative process, everyone's working together, you know, and we ended up with a song that we're just super, super proud of. And
if you go to our email,
and this
our
is
website.
This is what we're getting at. Yeah. www.idesofmay.com. IDESOFMAE.com.
MAE.
Yeah, MAE. And then you sign up for our mailing list, you'll get a free download of a studio recording that we did.
Which is not on our EP.
It's not on our EP. It's nowhere except for your secret link.
You guys are slick. That's what I like.
There we
And
go.
you know, so really too, this is another segue. You guys brought CDs. You guys brought a number of CDs, and of course, like I say, we're going to load one onto the station to play on rotation. But we have had this thought for a while now because we are collecting a lot of local music CDs, and you know, graciously people are providing more than one copy, and you know, providing download cards and stuff like that. So we want to encourage everyone to like all the pages that we mentioned, the Beat Goes On show, kvcmradio.com page, Ides of May, of course, because what we're going to have to do, we don't want to have all this stuff laying around, so we're going to do some giveaways, you know, and it's participation time, kiddos.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't take advantage of this stuff if you don't participate. So keep the event page open. We are going to put on there, we're going to do some kind of tricky question, maybe, Lisa.
Yeah.
What should we
Wouldn't
do?
that be fun?
Lisa's the new marketing mind here.
Well, maybe we could do some sort of a, I don't know, a quiz. Maybe anyone that should happen to have seen or heard the show here tonight, maybe a question about the description of Ides of May.
Oh, yeah, what does it mean?
You know?
What does it mean?
That might be a ringer for some people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but see.
You guys have a huge fan base, I'm sure. You know, that's how I
The-
heard about you guys.
They're
It's the middle of May.
Yeah.
Transition time.
But I mean, I was cruising your page, and I look at stray comments, and the first thing I actually saw that, you know, before when you came in with that other band,
Yeah.
whatever. But the comment after that I read, it's like, where does that voice come from?
Exactly.
You know, and this is one thing that I really like to do.
Shut from the heart.
Yeah.
Where did that voice come from?
And that's
It's
a
shot
video.
from them.
That's a video question. Yeah, if anybody can only see that one. But anyway, we like to feature.
Someone put that
strong-
question on that shows.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was something about your voice being just amazing.
Melodic. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
your adjective goes here, but nonetheless, this is one thing, you know, we like to showcase the strong females in the
Yes,
music
we do.
of Southern Colorado.
You
Because
know,
really, they're actually few and far between.
and you know, it seems like rock music is kind of a boys' club.
It is.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not in
You're
a bad
right.
way, but yeah, you
You're right.
feel me.
Okay, so we have this thing with my female
We're already
musicians that I know. Okay, because we know how to ride hard, because we have to, because it is more of a boys' club, I'll say. You're a band boy. If
Yes.
you're a girl that's in, especially the only girl that's in a band, I'm a band boy. That's what my girlfriends call me that are in bands like, you know, Laurie Davis or whoever, you know, all these girls, we got together and we decided band boy was the name of it.
Well,
Yes.
well, it's like I said to you earlier. I said it's like me and the boys.
Yes.
And it's
that's why
fun.
it fits.
There
It
is nothing wrong with it. It is so fun. I
It's
love
gotta be
hanging out with
tough.
these guys. These are like my 3 favorite guys to hang out with.
You gotta be tough.
Yep.
You're
Well,
tough.
3 of my favorite guys to hang out with.
Yeah. Cool, as it should be.
Troy. Don't even.
So instead of cracking Troy up, how about let's play another song, you know?
Yeah. So this song is
It's called Betta.
It's called Betta.
Okay, Adele.
That's funny.
Forever left us as soon as it came. is dragging you down.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I love the words. I loved it all. That was just beautiful.
You know what I really like is Troy's drumming.
Oh yeah.
I do. I like
He
it.
brought
Back
his
to
full
box.
kit,
I
you
did.
know. So, I mean, okay, for your normal stage shows, what kind of setup do you have now?
I don't play a huge kit. I mean, or you want to know like
Well, I mean, not technical, but I
wanting to
mean,
gear out?
This
'Cause
is your moment,
This will be a
Troy.
long time. We're
yeah,
of
no, I understand that.
We're
Like,
kinda
we were talking
gearheads.
about Mike
Yeah, we are.
Portnoy, but you know.
Yeah, not quite as big as Mike Portnoy. No, just I kind of you know, when I started playing, when I first started playing, I was around 11 or 12, and I started out in my brother's kit, who had, you know, rack toms and floor toms and
Oh,
cymbals
okay.
everywhere. So I mean, you could just do a 12-bar fill, you know, without having to touch the same drum twice.
Yeah.
As I learned and grew and progressed in my drumming, one drummer that I really, 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 really look up to is Darren King from the band Mute Math.
Yeah.
And he has one cymbal, one hi-hat, tom, done. And he's the most creative, most insane drummer. I mean, he's just fabulous. And so I was like, this guy can do so much with so little.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people hide, this might get me in trouble, make me sound like a jerk, but hide their lack of talent behind a huge kit. And I'm definitely not saying I'm a talent.
Definitely makes you sound like a...
I know it does.
No, this is the point counterpoint time.
The thing about my drumming is, you can tell that I'm not good because I don't hide behind the kit. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, especially with this group, in all honesty, I mean, we've talked about Julian as a musician a lot. He is a way better drummer than I am, and so it's really, really fun to come in here. And most of the time, it's a weird thing. Drummers don't sometimes get along with other drummers. It's just this weird thing.
Yeah.
And so when I was first asked to come in with the band, I knew Julian was a drummer. He's got all this drum gear that I'm just drooling over. I'm like, great, this guy's gonna be a jerk. He's gonna be hard to work with. He is a jerk, but he's no. But it's really cool because like the concepts he comes up with, and he helps push me out of my comfort zone. And you know, I hope, you know, vice versa. I don't really know how to, you know, explain what I'm hearing to these guys, but you know, like we talked about earlier, is you know, maybe try this, or you know, try this, Jasmine, a little differently, and Troy, try this a little differently, or no, stop the song, that was wrong. Like, that just happened last night at rehearsal. We stopped,
Awesome.
and I was like, that was my fault.
Oh, wow.
Let's fix it. So anyway, we started on drums, but all I have to say, I don't play a very big kit because, you know, I really like to be pushed creatively, come up with a lot of, you know, different type of rhythms and different kind of, I don't know, one thing I really, really like and really am trying to do, and we kind of do it on one of our new songs, which we'll play Saturday. There's a lot of backbeat stuff, not just the simple 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
We wrote a song in 11/8 time signature that is just like,
Awesome.
you know, when
That's
you try
cool.
to wrap your mind around it, you're just like, how do you even? But it sounds so cool, and it's really fun to be pushed creatively like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me personally, I don't like to. I'll be like, man, I could just all day. You know what I mean? I want to, you know, figure it out. And if I look like an idiot, so be it. But you know, I really like to be more technical about it. So
Yes.
on this thing, you don't have to do that. You just kind of punch it and slap
Punch
it.
Punch box.
Yeah, he's
I
playing
just
a
said punch box.
Well, you know, so is
You know what it's
that,
called.
But it's fun, you know, because again, this is
Drum
pushing me
box.
out of my comfort zone. All of us, I think, we've never played acoustically, ever, ever. And so we literally,
We literally just came in here and we're like,
Yeah.
we don't know
yeah,
what
we're
doing.
like, hey, let's change a few things from, you know, because, you know, when we have huge pedal boards and multiple amps and drum sets and sample pads and all these, you know, backing tracks, we're like, let's adjust this a little bit for an acoustic set, you know. And as much as I'm like, man, I hate playing hand percussion, this has been a lot of fun because we come in here and, you know, we're in here with my best friends, hands down,
Yeah.
and to be able to be like, man, let's challenge ourselves, let's push ourselves, let's have fun. I don't know if you heard, Derek messed up.
It was
You guys are
awesome.
funny.
And then I started
So we all
laughing.
started laughing at him. So
no do-over?
we're probably going to have a bass opening in the band.
That's where it's going.
No, I'm
You
just
know,
kidding.
don't jinx the show because there has been situations like that where the
no.
show.
No, I'm kidding.
What happened to
We
you
love
know?
Derek.
Derek knows he's leaving
I'm totally kidding.
So worth noting, Troy and Derek have been friends for about 100 years.
Yeah. Something like that.
If not more, and they've
That's
been
an
in
old
about
joke, isn't
12,000 bands
That was an old
together.
Yeah, Derek and I have played together for years and years. We've toured a little bit. We've started projects. We've ended projects.
Did a lot of projects.
Our families have grown up together. You know, this is really cool and really cool opportunity to play with Derek again and to be able to meet Jasmine and Julian and just develop a really cool, close bond with them and be friends with them. And we really like the Avalanche, and Derek's from Detroit, so we won't talk
really
about
like
the
that.
terrible.
We'll talk about that.
We won't talk about the
team.
terrible team he likes.
Yeah, the second place team. you're talking
No,
about?
Shut your
please
mouth.
stop.
But it's just been really cool that, you know, that I come into this band and Julian and I have a lot in common. He's a drummer. He likes things we like. Jasmine is just such a fun personality. I know that transmits over radio. She's hilarious. She's bubbly. She's joyful.
Oh yeah, she almost hijacked another show.
Yeah. So
No, I didn't. That's your fault.
It was my fault, and I take full credit for
And
that.
then I gracefully directed it back.
Mm-hmm. I know.
It's not about me. It's about them.
You know what? It all worked out, and we're all happy. Hopefully, I don't know about everybody else, but I think you and I are good. So
And that's the most important
that
thing.
is, yeah, because
You and me.
it is all about me.
No.
Okay,
It's all about me.
We'll share, and then I gotta, you know, I don't want to
I'm
get Lisa.
saying,
in
no,
this.
it's all about me, dude.
Yeah, okay.
And
So-
that's how bands break up.
Exactly, you guys
And
are
that's
so
how
great.
But I do think that what Troy was saying about doing this acoustic set, you know, I mean, we've been practicing for this just in our most recent practices. And I think that more than anything, it wasn't, oh, we're going to do an acoustic set, and it was more like, what would happen if we tried this song acoustically?
Mhm.
And I think that
Exactly.
it's just really opened up a lot of creative avenues. I mean, we're doing 4 songs here on the show, and these 4 songs aren't the only 4 that we tried out acoustically. Just because I think that, you know, we really just expand our creativity. We're always trying to do new things. We're always trying to switch it up. You know, we don't want to get stuck in the same groove, the same
Well, and
rut.
that's it. We
over
were
and
not
over.
expecting, you know, with the size of the studio here, you know, the full band setup, because it's very cramped when you get 5 people and all their gear in, and you're only 4. But you know, we
But all
like
our
to do
gear is
that.
kind of absurd.
Everyone has been really good about, oh yeah, let's do an acoustic set. So,
It's a lot of fun.
you know, last week we had Neverlight, and they have this amazingly new CD that's just lush and melodic, and they did a beautiful acoustic set last week.
Yeah.
You know, and then next week we, I don't know, I had a little hijack action there going on.
I know
too.
you did.
I had a show place saved for like the end of year recap, you know, because it's been a year now we've been doing this show.
congratulations. And thank
Yeah.
you for doing this show.
Yep, and you're going to be part of next year too. So,
There we
but
go.
we next week we listened to some friends of ours, and I said, you know what, I got an open show, and so next week is going to be He Kill 3 doing an acoustic set here.
Wow.
Which
awesome.
ought to be very interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very. They're so good. They really are.
Well, you know what I heard was that's immediately after the show. I said, "Hey, what are you doing next Wednesday?" And I got a friend, Jim Jacobs, in the back sound room here that we almost promised a show to him, and this is the way it goes. The
Sure.
opportunities He Kill 3 is going to go on tour, but
They are.
you know, we're going to be around.
Right.
So really, we're at 3/4 of the hour. So you know, you got what, 2 more songs for us?
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
bust it
I
out
think
now.
you know, really, you've done
Exciting.
just a beautiful job of explaining the whole band, the setup, the the structure. This has been just great to listen to you guys, and this is the purpose: is we want everyone to know about you guys,
Yeah.
buy the CD, come see the shows.
You guys are wonderful.
So, what's this next song?
This next song is called Wavis.
It's called Waves.
This is
We
I
call
would
it
say
Wavis
This
in
is a
Russian.
total collaborative effort. For those who are just listening for the first time, I'd really encourage you all to come out to a show of ours. Like, we have so much fun. We just love
This
playing
Saturday
music.
at 7 o'clock
Yeah,
at Black Sheep.
we love playing live, and we have like way too much gear, and
And it is beautiful.
somehow it all gets used. Derek does these things on bass that
We call it his voodoo bass magic.
he has voodoo bass magic.
Oh man,
I'm
we
not-
love Voodoo Bass, man.
I'm not kidding you. He has like I don't even know.
hands.
His hands like glow, and then he does these motions, and then his bass makes noises.
It's cool.
It's really cool. So anyway, I just want to say that because this is one of our favorite songs to play live. One of our favorite songs in general.
Better is one of our favorites too.
Yeah, they're all our favorites, but
Everything
this
is
one is maybe just a little bit.
more favorite.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. This one's called Waves.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
You know, I gotta say, Lisa, this is really great because we have gotten a lot of comments on Facebook already about how
yay.
nice this show has been, how the reception of the acoustic songs has been. Everyone's loving it. The sound quality is awesome.
Cool.
You know, the conversation
That's
is great.
exciting, you guys.
So really, once again, to everybody listening, please like the pages for the station, the show, the band. We are going to do, giveaways, and we want to give it away to you.
Yes.
So, thanks for all the comments. This is great. It's very encouraging. And,
So exciting.
we got 10 minutes left. Gosh, we could go on for, this is the thing, everybody comes here, sets up, plays, and it's only an hour. And then when everybody goes, what, it's over, it's an hour?
It goes by
It's
so
like,
fast.
we maybe need to expand the show, huh?
Wouldn't that be great?
It would be great,
Love
and
that.
it's not that it's not possible, but so this is stuff that the growth of the show of the year. We're having an anniversary show on. Actually, it's January 6th.
Right on.
Awesome.
Nice.
So everybody tune in. It's going to be a blowout with our friends the ETs.
Cool.
Yeah, they said. I said I need someone for an anniversary show. They go, it's us. So yeah. Like I said, he killed 3 next week. The end of the pre-New Year's Eve show, the 30th, is the lethal Lisa McCall.
She's a friend of mine. I just love her. Shout out, Lisa.
I
Love
don't know
you.
if it's the band or if it's just Rick and Lisa,
I think it's Rick and Lisa.
but nonetheless, these guys, they moved away for a while. We all went, oh no,
Yeah.
now they're back, and we're going, yay! So they're going to be on the show.
Yes.
Any bands that want to be on the show, I'm booking into May, but there's always room. So send me a message, either on the Beat Goes On Facebook page, kvcmradio.com page, Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative Group page. Join that sucker. There's 4,300 people on there right now.
Awesome.
So you guys, please feel free to post anything and everything on that group page too. We want to make that one of the marketing tools in the area for, videos, songs, MP3s, shows, anything you want to do. You're more than welcome to post anytime.
Awesome.
And we just added all you guys because we just became friends yesterday.
Yeah.
But so this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, and we're going to have you back whenever you want to come
Excellent.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Love to.
And how about that last song?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, okay. This song is such a fun song. It's called Hold On. Right?
No, this is a great ending song. Hold on, because
Yeah.
Ides is.
Hold on, Azame. Yeah, and this is such a fun way to end a show and such a fun way to start a show. And we were talking about having all those bands up on stage at the end of our album release party, and this is the song that we did.
Oh man,
It was this one.
cool.
So yeah, here it goes.
So
Hold
it's a
on.
sing along. Does everybody know at home?
Yeah,
They
sing
will.
along. They will.
We want to hear
I
the
know some
sound wave.
listeners know this song.
Yeah.
I really don't want to stay. Well, there is an attraction. I leave spoken your feet. But just see the reaction.
gosh, I think you guys are wonderful. I love your words, I just do. And you guys have a music to where when people are feeling things, you know what I'm saying? That kind of music where you're singing it loud in your car because you feel it. You guys do that.
Well, that's what we want.
So is that the thing?
Do
You get everybody to sing along. It's the chorus. Hold on, hold on.
Fabulous.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's catchy.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that Lisa and I were talking about, and I've had this idea for a long time. But we've got some transcendental thing going on that we want to do a project with the women in music in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
High five.
Yes.
Because they do something like that in Denver. It's called Women of the Night, or I mean, they changed the name, but it's all the women from certain bands all over Denver. They get together for a show.
It's exciting. I think that stuff is really fabulous because, like you said, they're far and few between. And like you need to be exposed. Your voice, everything, you're fabulous. You have a great personality.
Thank you.
There's so many women out there, and it's exciting. I get to be a part of an all-girl band coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And really, guys, don't feel left out because really, an all-girl band will bring the guys out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, more of an opportunity
Yeah.
to get everybody in this community mode and know who everybody is. And, we've just got ideas pouring out for next year.
Yeah.
And,
It's awesome.
Yeah, we're so thrilled that you guys jumped on this opportunity, and it was so easy to work with you guys.
Great.
Well,
Thank you for
we had a
having us.
lot
Thank
of
you so
fun.
much for having us.
No, it's great. We're
Yeah,
gonna do
it's
it
a
again.
blast.
Just let us know what, put a Wednesday down on the calendar with your fingers go in the sky and point, and we'll do
Yes.
it.
And you know,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
when we do when we do the women appreciation thing, you're just very, very an inspiration. We would love, love, love to have you with us. Honestly, we would.
And with that, it's the fastest hour that I do all week.
I know.
I know. It's like, man, it's over. Man.
I know.
But really, the response has been really great for this event. You guys should really be proud
Yeah,
for your
thank
fan
you.
base supporting all this. And
We love you.
Yeah, make sure to come out on Saturday, 7
I know.
p.m.
Yeah,
Black
I know.
Sheep.
Join our mailing list.
Oh yeah, join a mailing
All our
list.
stuff. Free
Yep.
song.
So once again,
Free song.
thanks to Shadow Man in the box for the
Yeah.
great
Shouts.
sound, and Lisa for your amazing commentary as always.
Oh, thank you. I just talk a lot. That's
That's how I feel.
You
You
wanted
asked
to
me if I
upload
wanted
it
to talk. I was like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, well, this wraps up another edition of The Beat Goes On Global Internet Radio Show on kvcmradio.com with the Ides of May. Thanks for listening. He Kill 3 next week.
Yep.
Same time, same place.
Yep.
Mahalo.
All right. There.
Fabulous. That was
PCM Radio.
wonderful.
This is fantastic.
That was
This
fun.
was a good one.
They were going nuts about it, you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? On Facebook?
Yes.
On the Avengers? I know. I'm like, now I gotta.
Actually, on the Southern Colorado Musicians All Stars,
Okay,
Really?
I've gotten like 5 or 10 comments. Let's see.
Might be time to comment.
Faith Rickett, Alan Wall, or Erwin Wall,
Who's Faith Riggin?
Bill Grothman.
Bet you could tell.
That's my friend in Virginia.
Yeah. And somebody even gave, and